So guys, it's your favorite day, it's my favorite day, it's everybody's favorite day, except Garfield. It's Podcast Monday. Woo!
Woo-hoo-hoo.
So we've been gone for like about a month. Real life stuff happened.
I've been gone for longer.
Yeah. In terms of if we're gonna go back permanently, my schedule's still up in the air, so I'm aiming for at least bi-weekly, so my brain doesn't explode.
Yeah. Also, not that much Yu-Gi-Oh news comes out like every week.
Yeah, but we miss a lot. We missed the ban list. We missed Dinos. Whatever. Let's start. We only have one topic today, but that topic is
Marks. Zuckerberg.
So, as people are aware, Maximum Crisis comes out this Friday. One of the biggest sets to come out, the same level of Breakers of Shadow, I would say, in terms of how much it will impact this meta. This is the last set to come out before Duel Links format. Oh, last main set to come out before Duel Links format. So, some of these decks will get rotated out in a sense. We'll explain a bit later. But a lot of these cards still play a key role in going into Duel Links. Duel Links format. Duel Links format?
Yeah. Not the game. The link format. There you go.
Yeah. So let's go through some key cards or decks. The first big one you're gonna see is True Draco. True Draco, one of the strongest decks in OCG. In OCG, when was it? This set came out. It was Zodiac, Kaiju Zodiac, or True Draco Zodiac. True Draco or True King?
True Draco.
True Draco. Okay. So you can already tell it plays a key part. Granted, as of now, Zodiac were hit, so there's a different triangle or square, whatever shape you want to call it. But True King will play. True Draco will play a extremely strong role. Going through a deck. This is an example deck. I don't know where we found it. We see 3 Masterpiece, which is like $40 right now, which is actually really cheap compared to the other stuff. We got Dynamite Knuckle. Is this the OCG name or the TCG name? You know?
I don't know.
I'm just saying this might be the OCG name, so it might be off. We have Dynamite Knuckle, the True Draco Fighter. Ignis Heat, the True Draco Warrior. Majesty Maiden, the True Draco Mage. In addition, this deck plays a lot of draw power. This deck particular has 2 Desires, Triple Demise, Upstart, Triple Duality. We see Terraforming for their field card. What was it? Dragonic Diagram, which we'll go over in depth a bit later. Causal Cyclone, we'll go a bit later, as I said earlier. Stormfall. A lot of these techs we'll go through later. We have Succession of the True Dracos. Display of the True Draco Phoenix. Revival of the True King. And Apocalypse of the True Draco. That's a depressing name. And Imperial Order. So let's go by these cards more in depth. So first we have the boss monster, Masterpiece, the True Draco King. 2950 attack, 2950 defense, level 8. It's a worm type. Its effect reads, for the tribute summon, but not set of this card, you can also tribute continuous spells / traps. Unaffected by the effects of cards with the same type, it will tribute. So if you tribute a monster and a continuous trap, it will be immune to traps and monster effects. Once per turn during each player's turn, if this card was tribute summoned, you could banish 1 continuous trail / trap from your grave, then target 1 other card on the field, destroy it. So you can already tell how strong this monster is. Getting the right combination since a spell and trap means that your opponent's only out would be monster effects, or monster and spells, they're only out the trap card. So it's pretty much pre-towers in the sense that it's unaffected by 2 out of the 3 things. Another thing is that during each player's turn, it can banish 1 card. Destroy 1 card on the field by banishing a continuous spell or trap. So it can interrupt your. It's like Drayden in the sense it will interrupt your play. So let's say you use a continuous spell, so it can't be Lance. That's a big thing compared to Drayden, or it can't be My Body as a Shielded.
Or it can't be Chalice.
But that's what I meant to say, not Lance.
Yeah.
Key thing, if you summon this out with using a trap before you activate Skill Drain, I believe it'll be immune to Skill Drain. So geez, have fun. Moving on to the more support cards. So you see all of them are higher than level 4. You need a tribute summon. But all their effects state that you could tribute a continuous spell or trap for their tribute summon. Knuckle, once per turn during either player's turn, when your opponent activates a card or effect while you control this tribute summon card, you can add one card to your hand, you can add to your hand or activate on your field one true Draco or true King continuous trap from your deck. So you can add one of the trap cards, or you can activate them if your opponent does something. Ignite, it's similar except for spells. Majesty Maiden, it's you add a true Draco or true King monster from your deck to your hand. So it's just a Rhoda? Is that the right word?
No, Ignis is like Knuckles but for spells.
No, I'm talking about Maiden.
Oh, Maiden? Yeah, she's just straight up Rhoda for everything.
Yeah.
Oh, monsters.
Yeah, there we go. Going through their stuff. Let's go through their field card, which is what, $90 right now, for a good reason.
Yeah.
All true Draco and true King monsters on the field gains 300 attack and defense. The first time each tribute summon true Draco or true King monster would be destroyed by battle. Each turn is not destroyed. Once per turn, you can destroy one other card in your hand or your control, and if you do, you can add one true Draco or true King card from your deck to your hand. So essentially, you could pop like any card you need, like any useless card. Like if you don't need the Desires name, pop it. You search. We will see it more in effect in another deck we will show after this. But it was like a free search. So 300 buff, and they're buff. I'm sorry, buff. They won't get destroyed by battle. And they already had high stats. Masterpiece 2950, Knuckle 25, Ignis 24, Maiden's 23. No. God dang it. Sorry about that. So other things we see: continuous spells, succession of the True Draco. During your main phase, you can draw cards equal to the number of different True Draco and True King cards. Monster spell or trap sent from the field to the grave this turn. So you send 2, you draw 2, etc., etc. During your main phase, you can immediately after this effect resolves, tribute summon but not set one True King or Draco monster. If this card sent from the field or trap zone to your grave, you can target one spell trap on the field and destroy it. So essentially, it's MST.
Yeah, just one thing to add, this tribute summon that they say you can do immediately after does not take up your normal summon. It's like having like an extra summon that's like separate from your normal summon. So it's like really good.
It's like a special summon, but not.
Yeah, essentially you can basically do multiple tribute summons in a turn. If you have multiple cards, well, all of their continuous cards do that. So you can basically just bring out a bunch of cards as long as you have the back row to like bring them out, which is like OP without wasting your normal summon.
We have Discipline of the True Draco Phoenix. You can target 3 True Draco or True King cards in your grave, shuffle them back and draw 1, so it's a mini pile of avarice. It also has the effect during your main phase. You can immediately after this effect resolves, tribute summon 1 True King, True Draco. If this card is sent from the field to the grave, you can target 1. It's also MST. So the difference between this one is what's it called? It's a mini pile of avarice, while the other one it's super Juve. In a sense. So because they tribute, we see the Stormforth, devastating card. All the small ones are level 5 and 6, so you can just interrupt opponents' play that way. And the same reason why we see more people play Cosmic Cyclone. They don't want the continuous spells to go to the grave, because if that happens, they proc. So yeah, you bash it instead, they won't proc, you save your back row. Going to the traps, we see Revival of the True King. If this card is sent from the field to the grave, you can target one monster on the field and destroy it. You can activate the following effects of Revival of the True King in the same chain. You can target one True King from your grave, or True Draco, special summon defense. Also, you cannot special summon other monsters for the rest of the turn. Or during your opponent's main phase, you can immediately after this effect resolves, tribute summon one True King. So it's like Escalation, the other effect.
Yeah, it's a Monster Reborn mixed in with Escalation.
And again, this is the reason why we see a rise in like Cyclones, Cosmic Cyclones, because if it sends to Field of the Grave, it pops a monster. That's always scary. And then Apocalypse to True Dracos, same thing. If it's sent from Field of the Grave, it will pop a monster. So it has 2 effects you can't activate in the same chain. You can target one other True King or Draco card you control, destroy it, and if you do half the attack and defense of all face-up monster your opponent controls, even if this card leaves the field. So permanent shrink. Pretty good. It also has the effect of during your player. It's also a escalation as well. So we see that it has the ability to interrupt play as well as an indestructible monster. And because of that, if you establish a strong board, you can activate cards like Imperial Order, locking down your opponent. In addition, we see cards being sided in such as Domain of the True Monarchs. The reason being they don't really access the extra deck because the boss monsters, like I mentioned 6-7 times already, Masterpiece. Like, what are you gonna do with Big Beefy right here, dude?
Yeah, it's essentially like Monarchs 2.0.
Now I wish I bought these cards. But you know where you can buy these cards?
On our Facebook and
yes, you can find us on Project Yu-Gi-Oh on Facebook, TCG Player, eBay, Amazon. When Project TCG, Yu-Gi-Oh, Project YGO TCG. Some other variants you might see with True Draco, Metalful Cosmos. This was seen in OCG land. Again, because the field card, it pops. You can proc your ships on the field, go off. We also see set rotation. Set 2 field cards with different names directly from your deck to the field, one on each side. While either of these cards remain face down on the field, neither players can activate or set other field cards. So basically, wait, am I reading this right? So yeah, you play up with a field card on your opponent's side, and then your side, was it Cosmo Town or in the Trigonic Diagram, then you can go off.
yeah, basically you give your opponent Cosmotown and you take Diagram, use Diagram, pop a ship in your hand, and then you can either bring out a Slip Rider, pop your own Cosmotown, or you just keep on doing plays, and then you'll eventually
a key card we see now in the main deck to combat cards like Dragonic Diagram, Ghost Ash and Beautiful Snow, Secret Rare, $80. Why, God, why? This is the reason why. During your player's turn, when your opponent activates a card or effect that includes the following effects. There's 3. Adds a card from your main deck to your hand, special summons a monster from your main deck, or send cards from your main deck to the grave, except during damage step. You can discard this card and negate that effect. This is a big reason why we see not that a lot of people leaving Infernoids. They're gonna try to grass. It gets negated. A lot of the key plays is gone. This is another reason why we see Invoked and OCG not doing as well. You play against Alistair, they can't search their spell card. Alistair's gonna just sit there looking dumb.
And then you stop floating from the decks. Feels bad, man. Hits the Cosmos.
Yeah, assuming it's not damage step though. But. So this is a deck you might see. You probably see from Anthony.
Most definitely. I'm gonna try and make it work. But DevBot was beating me right now. It's really sad.
So on the other spectrum, we have True Kings. Some of these cards overlap for True Kings. Pretty much the only card Dragonic Diagram. But this plays a key part in True King Dinos. Going through the deck quick, we see this is an example. Ultimate Conductor Trinos, 2 of True Kings. You generally see the fire one, the earth one, and the water one. More so the earth and fire. The water is not that much. Dogura, Miscellaneous, Soul Eating Oviaptor, Infinity, Ghost Ash, Baby Ceresaurus, Petite Pterodon, Dry Ileo, Instant Fusions, Fossil Digs, Terraforming, Cosmic Cyclones. Oh, quick note, we don't see Ghost Ash in the True Draco deck, just due to the fact of cards such as a card Demise, where they lose their whole hand, so it's a waste. It's like playing Cleave Demise and having a Ghost Ogre in it, or was it Reaper? In terms of the extra deck, we see Norden, Trish, Tria Beast, some stuff in traditional Dinos, but the key new inclusions are King of Calamity, or was it True King FDD, this is the OCG name. That's the biggest inclusion. So going through the deck quick, Ultimate Conductor, one of the biggest boss monsters there is. It's pretty much BLS. You banish 2 dinosaurs from your grave. Once returned during your player's main phase, you can destroy one monster in your hand or field, and if you do, change all face-up monsters your opponent controls to face-down defense. Then you can attack. This card can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each. At the start damage step, if this card attacks the defense mission monster, you can inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent, and if you do, send that defense mission monster to the grave. So that's not considered destroyed by battle. How sad are you, Anthony, for Cosmos?
Well, I was pretty sad when I was playing against them. All practice for the regional, and then last round I lost. Yeah, Conductor too good.
Yeah. Then we have True Kings. Let's go through them quickly. Fire. If this card's in your hand, you can destroy. So each has the effect. You have to destroy 2 cards to summon it, including one of its own type. What's it called? Is it type? Attribute. There we go. So for this one, you need 1 fire minimum. If you destroy 2 of the same attribute, you get a stronger effect. So for this one, if you destroy 2, you can banish 1 monster from your opponent's field or grave. If this card is destroyed by a card effect, you can add 1 non-fire worm type monster from your grave to your hand. So somewhat goes in hand with Dragonic Diagram. So let's say you have a True King, but not the right element. So like I have Fire 1 in my hand, I have 2 Earths in my hand as well, but I can't use it. Using the diagram, you pop it, you pop the fire, let's say, you bring out the earth, then use effect to get another thing, like a water in the grave. That was a bad explanation. Long story short, you can search out these with or you can use them as fodder and have their effects proc off. Earth, if you use 2 earths, you can banish up to 3 cards from your opponent's extra deck and have them be different names. If this is destroyed by a card effect, you can special summon 1 non-earth worm type monster. So you pop it with a Dragonic Diagram, special summon the fire from the grave. That's a free 29. That doesn't hurt. Water, if you banish 2 waters, you can just banish. Sorry, yeah, you destroy 2 waters. You can banish up to 2 spell traps from your opponent's field or grave. If this card destroyed, you can special summon 1 worm from your deck in defense position. Setting up plays for getting out Calamity, King of all Calamity. Doggo, the only reason he's here, he's a searchable kaiju. He's searchable because of Overraptor. Overraptor is pretty much the Stratos of the deck. When it's normal or special summon, you could take 1 dinosaur from your deck, either send it to the grave or add it to your hand. His other effect, you can target 1 other level 4 or lower dinosaur monster on the field, destroy it, and special summon 1 dinosaur monster from your grave in defense position. You can only use this effect once per turn. So, like, you summon him, you can search for Stratos, you can search for combo pieces. Possibility are endless. I said endless, I don't know why. Miscellaneous stories. During each player's turn, you can send this card from your hand to the grave. During this main phase, dinosaur monsters you control are unaffected by opponent's activate effects. So you can shotgun this. Your opponent can't activate warning or response. Warning or strike in response to your dinosaurs, because those are considered activate effects. Just a reminder, this only activates for the main phase. So the second you go to battle phase, Mirror Force will wreck you a new one. Learned the hard way.
Yeah, man, it's like the only out. You need Mirror Force to beat this deck.
The second effect is also a key thing. You can banish any number of dinosaur monsters from your grave, including this card, and special summon 1 dinosaur type monster from your deck with a level equal to the number of dinosaurs banished. So you banish Miscellaneous itself, that's 1. Miscellaneous and 3 other dinosaurs is a level 4, etc. It's destroyed during the end phase. But most times they either go for an OTK play or for an XYZ play with this, or extra deck play. Be specific. Tyrant Affinity gains 1,000 per dinosaur's banish. It also adds up with Miscellaneous, so you banish 4 Miscellaneous, that's a free 4k Infinity. Previously, we've seen it as a 2 of, but because of the new cards such as Dragonic Diagram, you can afford to cut it to 1. Ghost Ash, as I mentioned earlier, stops every deck. Now, this is the reason why Dinosaurs True Kings are going to be their strongest. We have Baby Ceratosaurus and Petite Pterodon. Both effect reads, if this card is destroyed by a card effect and sent to the graveyard, the baby will special summon a level 4 or lower, and the petite will special summon a level 4 or higher. Granted, level petite, they can't attack, but paired with diagram, you can pretty much special summon a free Oviraptor or a Miscellaneous Source, whatever you need for your combo to go off. So, trying to think of examples on my head. Yeah, so you have 2 dinosaurs, you pop it with a diagram, you search out, what's it called? You search out a True King, And then use effect with the pop baby to special summon Oviraptor. Oviraptor gets another combo piece, maybe another baby. You pop the both those for the True King. So that's the True King, 2 level 4s, another monster. Go for Logia, go for Trish, go for anything. Jurassic is only there because it's a level 1 Dino Tuner. Instant Fusion, of course, for Norden. And also, Norden's also food for the Water True King. Fossil Dig, another search card. Add 1 level 6 or lower dinosaur monster from your deck to your hand. Terraforming, search for a diagram. Cosmic Cyclone, that I mentioned earlier, is for all the spell and traps for true Dracos. Because this deck is somewhat more combo-oriented, and they have like boss effect monsters, trap lineups is somewhat minimal. You can see Scolding. We see sometimes like the tree just D-barriers or triple strikes. Let's talk about the key monster though. King of All Calamity, aka True King VDFD, the Beast. You need 2 level 9 monsters. Once per turn, your player's turn, you could attach 1 XYZ material from this card and declare 1 attribute. For the rest of this turn, face the monsters on the field become that declared attribute. Monsters your opponent control with that attribute cannot activate the effects. Also, they got attack. If you would destroy a monster with the effects for a True King or True Draco in your hand, you could destroy monsters on your opponent's field instead. Explain how dumb this is, Anthony.
Basically, if you use his effect during your turn and you call Earth, you can make Nat Beasts with dinosaurs. That's pretty good. Yeah, it's like what is it? It's like that one DDD card basically. You know, you just negate everything on the field. No. The rank 8. There you go. Negate.
Oh wait.
Yeah, Cayuga. Okay. Blanket negation for all monsters is too good.
We'll go over Anthony said. This is an easy way to make Materia Beasts. Because all monsters, their attribute changed, you can call Earth. The tuner becomes Earth type, making Materia Beasts. You can also make VDF and Logia, so your opponent has like they can only activate 1 spell or trap that can get negated. They better hope they have 2 outs. Dark Hole Regeki. Never happens. Another key card we're gonna see. Thanks to Maximum Crisis, Tornado Dragon, TCG exclusive, rank 4. It's a worm type, 21 attack, 2k defense. You need 2 level 4 monsters. Once per turn during your player's turn, you can attach 1 XYZ material from this card. Then target 1 spell trap on the field to destroy. It's MST Dragon, MST the monster. There we go. Yeah, there's nothing else to say about that.
It's amazing.
It came 2 formats too.
It's amazing though. It's great.
Some other cards we see Denglong. Pretty much you make this with Oviraptor and the tuner. So it becomes you special summon it, uses effect, you send a worm monster from your deck to your grave, it becomes that level. So send a True King, it becomes a level 9. Then you can go for the XYZ play from there. Other options they have is Phantom Fortress, Enter Blair. Pretty much detach 1 material, it gets 1 of the effects. Banish a card your opponent controls, banish a random card from your opponent's hand, banish 1 card from your opponent's grave, banish the top card of your opponent's deck face up. Some other engines we see with the deck. Previously, like I'm going to say last Saturday as well, there's a Yangzing engine, a mini Yangzing engine with these 4 cards. Chiwin, Beyond, Suwani, and 9 Pillars. The key thing is, because you can summon Denglong, you can use the effect. When it's when it's special summoned, you can add 1 Yangzing card from your deck to your hand. So the key thing is you could have add the Pillars, that's another negation. It's Infinity Barrier pretty much. Because of that, there was a combo where you would summon Denglong, use the effect to send Chiwin instead. Set the 9 Pillars. So when when 9 Pillars proc, you can special summon Beyond and then use Chiwin's effect to special summon itself and make the Herald that's immune to battle. So you got free negation that's just sitting there looking at you. Some other things we see, with the Yangzing engine, they included cards such as Yazi or Byakuya, just strong cards by himself. In the OCG, we see the rise of Psyframe Gamma with Driver. Anthony, could you care to explain that?
Yeah, so basically Gamma, if you guys don't remember, negates monster effects, but you need to have you need to control no monsters basically. So it's a good hand trap when you're going second and a half. So if a True King tries to activate its effect special summon, it has to reveal itself. You can negate that with Gamma, and then bring out Gamma and the driver. And then on your turn, you can make any level 8 synchro you want, like Omega. Omega. In the deck I was playing, I made Scrap Dragon 2 to pop more things because I like popping and Cosmos and Metaphos.
So, I want to say a close number 2. So it's like True King and True Draco. They're fighting for number 1.
Yeah, those are like the top. Those are like the top engines. If Zoo was like, how like Zoo was like the best engine last format, these two engines are like, they're going to be in every dex. You're always going to see Diagram, and you're going to either see Dracos or Kings. And it's kind of confusing because the Kings are the dragons and the Dracos are the people.
Yeah. But speaking of Zodiac, that doesn't mean they're completely out. We see new support such as Hammer Kong and not like, I don't know what the name is in TCG. It's like Char something.
Yeah, basically it's like a monster reborn for their XYZs. It's like really good.
So yeah, granted, it's not doing as well in TCG now, just due to the fact that we lost one Morat. That extends some combo plays, but we still have some ridiculous stuff, such as the +5/7 combo. Some other things I'll show you quickly. But yeah, going over the new cards. Quick note, Ram's here because of Paleo, or any cards like that. We see Hammer Kong, the same thing as any other XYZ for Zodiac. You can use just one Zodiac and go on top of it. It gains the attack and defense of all materials. When this card has an XYZ material, your opponent cannot cannot target other Zodiac monsters on the field with the card effects. Once returned during the end phase, detach one material from this card. So basically, this is one of the key cards to protect themselves. So if you're going first for Zodiac, you can make Dryad as well as this, so you can play without having fear of my body as a shield or Chalice. Unless they hit Hammer Kong first. Like Anthony mentioned, is the Monster Reborn. You can detach one material from this card and target one Zodiac from your grave. Special summon it, but it can't be... So it infects and negated, it can't be used for XYZ summon. What I've seen people do is the hand loop. Using Predator Plants. They can... Pretty long story short, they use Predator Plants, the new one, Scorpio, as well as... What's this other one? Cobra? Darling Cobra?
Yeah, Cobra.
The key thing is Darling Cobra searches for cards such as Insta-Fusion and Insta-Fusion.
And Brilliant Fusion. Instant Fusion, Fusion Substitute, and Brilliant Fusion.
So what they can do is they can use Instant Fusion, get the sea monster of whatever it's called, use that, use Morat. That's a free Golems, and use Golem effects. Or you hit cards in your opponent's hand, and you can still make another Zodiac monster if I remember the combo correctly. It's been a while. So in this sense, Zoo they can play more as a not stun. Is it stun? Where you can just get rid of stuff your opponent has and have monsters just pop.
I mean, it's hand loop. It's mean stuff. It's this very uninteractive Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't think it's stun at all.
It's worse.
It's mean. That's what it is.
It's a cruel mistress.
Yeah, play mean Yu-Gi-Oh. Let them hand loops you with Gotems till you can't play anymore, and then you cry and you scoop it up. But yeah, it's like an interesting combo. Not everyone's gonna run it, but if there's like 60 card variants of the deck still, you'll probably see it just because it's like a pretty good engine and you can do extra stuff. Like just watch out for the Predator Plant combo. It might surprise you. It's like a really good. If a deck uses Brilliant Fusion, it's a really good way to bring it out. And other shenanigans that follow Brilliant Fusion.
So some other decks, some honorable mention, inspired with the new support. It's gonna be there somewhere. I don't know where. Anthony probably knows where better. Yeah,
I don't know. You can probably still see it. Like Spirals have recently topped a few times with part of Zoo. You could probably see it thrown in Zoo. There might be pure versions with that focus on Sleeper because Sleeper plus the gear Last Resort is like pretty OP combo. Just pop two like every turn, like nobody's business. It's kind of hard to set up, but the deck's pretty consistent. So who knows? Other than that, something I've thought about is a True King Spiral, just because they have a lot of continuous spells and traps, and you just play an engine you in the True King, True Draco Metaphor Cosmos that we showed. You have your masterpiece, your diagrams, and your succession, just to make the deck better. So yeah, just you can just see a lot of things.
Trying to think of MACR decks. Some tiers. I don't know.
Yeah.
At first I didn't think so, but then it just topped to 32 LA. So now my whole world's been thrown in disarray.
Come on, Louie. Come on, man. Spirals. I mean, Spirals are gonna be the only deck that probably will maybe see play. That hand trap is good though, but I don't know.
I'm going through the decks top of my head. Of course we're gonna see what's it called. What's that one? Metalfoe is still pretty strong. Infernoid is iffy at this point. Like I said, the loss of or the ability of Ash, was it Ashspring? Oh, Ghost Ash?
Yeah. It just shuts them down because once they try and activate grass, if they have Ash, you just auto lose.
Oh no! If they try to left hand offering, that's even worse.
Yeah, just any kind of combinations of trying to get to grass is just gonna really hurt. People are scared to play Pot of Desires too because you try and do that, and you can Ash them right. I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
after you pay costs.
Yeah, you just banished Chen for no reason. Good job, buddy.
You're the best.
You're the best, man. But yeah, also I think Bowie, he posted his pure Zoo deck, but you could also see Draco Zoo just because the engine is small enough to be thrown in with Zoo because you have Masterpiece, and that's all you really need to bring out is Masterpiece.
Masterpiece Trident.
Yeah, Masterpiece Trident. This double pops per turn. Pretty good, right?
Pew pew pew. Yeah. Oh, so those are the 3 decks we gotta look out for. So this weekend's the first weekend, of course, of Mark's Maximum Crisis. Is there any event going on this weekend?
There's 2 regionals, at least for California. There's one in San Diego and one in San Jose. So those might be pretty good events to go to if you're able to get these cards, because no one's really going to know what's going to be the best deck unless they've been testing for the past month. So yeah, you could go out there, try your luck, see which variant of True Kings or True Dracos will be the best, and surprise the meta.
Granted, these are expensive right now, dude. Pre-orders. But what's not expensive? Buying it for promotion.
No, this will be expensive, but not as many arms, I think. But yeah, if you guys are really committed, these decks are going to be really good, considering how we don't have ban lists for
we just got out
years now. Yeah, we just got a ban list, and that took 6 months or more to get. Yeah, so we probably won't see the next ban list until maybe September or October, even if that.
At closest, maybe around dual link format.
Yeah, and even if it comes out link format, as we see in OCG, post link format, the True Draco and the True King engines are still good. All these decks right now, True Draco Demise, and True King Dinosaurs, those are the top decks right now in OCG, with Zugon and even with links around, just because they don't really need to go into the extra deck. So yeah, we'll see how things turn out. So the investment you make now might be pretty good for the long haul.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Again, sorry I've been gone for a month. I've died and came back. I've lost too many tournaments, man.
It's okay though. You won one. If you guys didn't know, Bowie actually won locals for once without going X2 and just quitting. But granted, he ended up losing early at regional, so
No, I started off all strong and got.
Yeah, you started off strong, dude. I started off even stronger, man. Yeah, but anyways, as things go, you don't know how it is in Yu-Gi-Oh until the end of the event.
Yeah,
you can just try your best.
You play against Skullmeister, goddamn, you never see it coming.
Or you don't see Dino all day, and then you play it when you actually need to win a match. But things happen. It's Yu-Gi-Oh.
We complain too much. Shout out to our friend John. He won the win match
Yeah, pretty good on him. With his very randomly constructed Dino Metalfoes, they had that he put little like last minute thought into. He built at the event just for funds.
Who was split us all? Let me think of anything else. Dueling book or whatever's called it. It's a pretty alright. The only problem is they didn't update. So I was trying to look for like Tornado Dragon. They didn't have it yet. Kind of sucks.
Yeah.
I don't know. Shout out to all the people we met from UCR. Pretty cool guys.
No, I didn't meet anyone.
I played like 2 of them in a row.
I was dueling.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. You know, try out your decks.
How did... Wait, who's Buck?
I think that's
Is that Kevin or
Nico.
no, I don't know, man. All I know is... Yeah, John faced Cubics in the last round. He got utterly destroyed going game 2. That was the best thing to see.
Yeah. Kid trying to be sneaky but gets messed up.
No, he had double Logia and your opponent still played through it.
Oh wow.
It was like the greatest thing ever. So you know the Cubic where like you reveal 3 to special summon it?
Sure.
He had 3 in his hand.
Okay, that's pretty cancer, man.
That's like the best thing ever to watch. Yeah, okay, you're right. Shouts to Nicolo. I mean, for judging. Shouts to Leon who got in trouble, dude.
Yeah, Leon's too good at the judging. But yeah, guys, you know, just try out every deck. You know, you can throw True Kings into anything that wants to be destroyed, that has like multiple archetypes or multiple attributes like dinos. Works so well in dinos and Yang Zing, so try them out as you want. True Kings you can throw into anything that's control like Zoo, and somehow works with Cosmos and Metaphors. That's just how small of an engine it is.
You just have to be creative, long story short.
Yeah.
If you ever want to play test, we're always available through Discord. Just hit us up. The worst we can do is say no. We're not just gonna badmouth you like, well, you're a piece of trash, man. I ain't playing with you.
Yeah, we won't call your build shit to your face, man. We'll be constructive about it.
Yeah, we're pretty chill. I would say.
Yeah, but yeah, if anything, make sure you have Ghost Ash so you can win every game.
Yeah, save up money if you haven't.
Yeah, you're gonna need to sell the whole farm for all these cards.
Kidneys, arms, legs, farms. We're just dragging on at this point, dude. Let's play some Hot Anthony. See you guys later.
All right, bye guys.
Give me a second. We're not out. And we're out.
All right, brilliant. Nah.